all cap. So I'm shouting at people.
Very aggressive, Jacob. Very aggressive.
I'm not generally an aggressive kind of guy, but today,
all capitals.
Yeah, I'm just excited.
Very aggressive.
I heard you've been pretty aggressive at training, Romy.
Nah, not me, mate.
Who gets the most worked up at training?
Other
than Bellamy.
Probably his son, Munster. He gets pretty worked up at training. Short fuse, that guy.
Oh, really?
Money man.
He's always been very nice when I've spoken to him.
Nah, yeah, he's sweet. He's all good. I was just tuning him up.
Right, where's Shandor?
The man's was always late. Busy man's.
Yeah? Is that his reputation?
Yeah, this is reputation. Always late.
Always
busy.
at the beach?
Always at the beach. His internet always sucks.
3G, that's why. He needs to upgrade his phone.
Yeah, something.
Something like that.
His internet is always bad, that bloke.
Who's he with?
I'm not sure, but
we'll ask him when he comes.
Whoever he's with is might be Dodo or something. No offense to the Dodo people.
Someone reminded me of Orange. Do you remember that? There's like that Orange company.
Yeah, they sponsored Essendon one year.
That seems they should have gone with the Orange Club.
Yeah, didn't Orange get taken over by 3, and then 3 was taken over by Vodafone?
Do you remember the days where you had to count your characters? Be like, bro, can't go over 50 characters or whatever it was, 250 characters.
I still do that with my Twitter.
Yeah. But you had to pay. It was like
15-minute free calls after 9.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm old, man.
I know. There's
you said this thing in New Zealand on Vodafone, you could text free on the weekend. So I'd only text on the weekend, and then once a weekday come around, just shut the phone off.
It was so different, huh? Like the value of the text there's an actual value in it. Yeah.
Now,
you were getting like all 140 characters worth of that 20 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one word replies back in the day.
No way. It costs too much.
Don't you hate it when you get a text with too many questions? Like, I hate it when somebody sends me a text and it's like massive and there's like 4 questions because you got to keep reading over it. And like, mate, one at a time. But I'm really bad for like one line. Like if I'm texting, I'll like write a sentence and send, and then write a sentence and send. It's probably really annoying, but I was born this way. All right. We'll give Shandor another minute or 2. I'll give him a call. And if he doesn't join in a minute, we'll get started. We'll start getting some questions in.
Let's go.
I'll call him. 1 sec. All right. Well, while we wait for Shandor, what I thought we could do is we could have a look at our Gala node and see how many tokens we've generated, because we haven't announced that in a while. And I'm pretty excited to see what we're up to. Any guesses?
Tokens or ETH value?
Oh, I was just talking tokens. Gala tokens.
Is there a way that the community can check that, or are you the only one that has access to be able to see what it's generated?
I think it will become publicly available, because I know that Gala are working on their Gala network. They announced something recently. I think that once that happens, we should be able to make it public. But at this time, it's like this, I've got to log into my account and there's a bunch of different balances. I'll take a screenshot. I'm going to put it into general now. So everyone can see. But what we're thinking of doing is doing a weekly announcement where we can, I'll take a screenshot and we can let people know what the balance is.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
until it becomes publicly available. I've got a few town coin. Why wouldn't you? All right. So the total is we've got 7.4523K Gala.
What's a Gala token worth now?
Well, I think the whole cryptocurrency market isn't, in its best.
Is it around 30 cents?
Yeah, let's have a look. I'm opening it up now.
I think it's starting to go back up, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a bit
Slowly.
of Ethereum growth today.
Bitcoin had a pump too in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, both of them went up, I think.
So Gala's up 15.5% today, and it is currently at about 37 cents, 36.8343.
Nice.
So that's just working away. Looks like we're getting about. Let's have a look here. So today's distribution, we mined 341 Gala and 4.3 Town Coin. Not bad. Help yourself.
That's not bad.
Well, since we're on the topic of the Gala tokens, do you want to start off by answering a question that's in the AMA questions channel that relates to that?
Yes. Once I pull it up. Give me a quick sec. Where is the AMA questions? So many channels, eh?
It's a
Here we
couple,
go.
yeah.
So, have we had any offers on the kennel? I think we have, but I think the highest one we actually had somebody offer 8 WETH, but then it expired. Like, I don't know, they must have cancelled it like an hour later or something. And currently we've got an offer for 7, but we've got it up for 8 currently, and it's going to stay at 8. So we had it for 24 hours at 9.5, and we slowly brought it down. But I think the timing wasn't great. Everything's down at the moment, and it's starting to climb back up. The mutant apes, the bored apes, and the kennels. So I think we just leave it at 8, and I think it'll be cleared within the next few days, is my guess. Second question: when do we start spending Gala tokens, and are we going to be spending Gala tokens? That's a really good question. It's up to the community. Keen to get people's thoughts of when we should start spending them. My thinking was we'd wait a little bit longer, just to let it maybe a month or so, just so that there's a significant amount, and then we're only paying gas, once rather than doing it every few weeks. So I think it's been going for, let me quickly count, maybe 2.5 weeks would be my guess, maybe a little bit longer. How long you reckon, Waxy?
Yeah, probably just on 2.5 weeks. Oh, we could go back and there's another question in there related to no, but we can go back to the announcements and check.
Right here. So let's have a look at when the first distribution was. So I can just scroll down. Okay, so it was 20 days ago. So yeah, I think maybe once we've had it running for 31 days or so, we can start chatting. We'll send an announcement of how much is in there and how much that is in ETH on that day, and then we'll make a call. Can we sell the Gala node? That's an interesting question. So currently, no. They've alluded to it, that it will become an NFT once they all sell out. But right now, there's still, I think, about 6,000 or 7,000 that they're selling. So once they've sold out, they'll make announcements on whether you'll be able to sell it or not. But at this time, there's no official announcement on whether or not you will be able to sell it. But my theory is that they will need people to run and operate their network. So, if it comes to the time when it's all sold out and some people don't want to run them anymore or whatever it might be, people want to sell, I think it's in their best interest to allow people to sell them. Additionally, I think it makes commercial sense for them because they'll be able to clip the ticket every time somebody resells them. So say they're worth, I don't know, 200,000. If they take 5% of that every time it's sold, I mean, that's pretty handy for Gala.
Yeah, 10 Gs. Yeah, Tats had a good follow up to that in the same channel and just said to when you do withdraw to time it with the Gala ETH pair, so we can get maximum amount of ETH to then put back into something for the project. So that's
100%. Yeah.
No
I
doubt.
think sending it to ETH makes a lot of sense. It'll be exciting once we've finished the roadmap. So we've still got the sandbox to do, which we're super excited about, and we're planning to do next week, as well as the ballers. But what we're waiting on is the kennel to sell, so that we've got all our budget ready to go. Perhaps I see you're here. Do you want to jump in and quickly chat a bit of Z-Run? Oh, Kenny's here as well. Feel free to jump on, fellas.
Get them up. Where are they? There's Ken.
In Kong.
Kenny's invited.
What's goody?
Kenny, what's
Hello.
happening, bro? What's going on? Can you hear us?
Yo, I can hear you.
And what's happening, man?
Hey?
What's happening?
Nah, not much. I was just cruising. How are you?
Yeah, good. We've lost Shandor.
Yeah, has he gone MIA, has he?
Yeah. Meant to be going
His
AMA, not
internet, bro. His internet.
Yeah,
He's at the
probably.
beach.
He's still on Orange. That's why. He needs to move to Telstra Optus or something.
Something. Vodafone.
Yeah, something. Does anybody want to ask a question? So feel free to request to speak. And if you are a DDS holder, we'll be prioritizing you to ask a question. So feel free to jump on. What's happening at training, boys? How you all feeling? Had a couple of tries.
Good. Feeling good. Still trying to get Jahrome in the showers after training. He's bloody
Come
thinks
on,
that
mate.
fella.
Come on, mate.
Nah, going good, bro. Preseason coming to an end slowly. Been a solid preseason for us, but finally looking forward to playing round one. Maldives was cool. That was a good week.
I mean,
And
you
then,
played out of your skin. And
it
how good was
awesome.
the pregame?
Yeah, it was mad. It was unreal. I think that was one of the best ones I've seen actually and been a part of in terms of like I think the Indigenous boys they done a lot of homework and a lot of research into where they were all from and it showed in the way they performed their war cry and the things that they done throughout the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
How much preparation do you put in for something like that?
The whole week sort of goes into bit of everything. Like we go out to schools, communities, do heaps of like cultural things. We do a lot of. I remember when we first went in, they sort of get us to go speak to our family about where we're from and what sort of parts of New Zealand we're from and who our people are, what our wakas are, our boats and all that sort of stuff. So it's a pretty good, pretty interesting to find out like who you are and where you're from,
Sure.
and then all the boys sort of go through that same sort of journey with themselves, and then it all comes into fruition when we play on the weekend. But a lot of it's more about the culture, our people, and then just trying to do them proud on the weekend when we play.
And you did, man. You played out of your skin, I thought.
Cheers,
A few
bro.
handy offloads, and it's good. Romy, have you ever played in one of those matches?
Yeah, I played in the first two.
Yeah,
It
cool.
was pretty cool, eh? It's a good week. It's sort of one of those things that you're not really thinking about footy too much. It's more about the experience during the week and, like Ken said, learning about your roots and your culture. Especially most of the boys are moved over here from earlier ages, so they sort of lose touch with that side of their family. But I'm good to go back in there and you start getting it all back, and it comes back pretty quickly.
When did
So
you
it's
guys
a good
move
week
to Australia?
I was 2008. I think Ken might have been a bit earlier.
How old are you
I
guys?
was 2008 as well. March 18, 2008.
Hey, special day, huh?
Yo.
How old were you?
Me, I was like 16, turning 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was 13 when I come over, first year of high
13.
school.
Wow. Did your family come as well?
My mum was already over here. I just
Oh,
come
okay.
over and live with her. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And were you excited to move here? Or were you guys like, was it a tough decision?
I didn't really want to come. I loved it back because I had all my friends and my family, and it was sort of just coming over to just to live with my mum because she thought it'd be a better opportunity, which she was right. But yeah, I just didn't want to leave my friends and that. But it was probably the best decision.
Yeah, for sure. And you, Kenny?
Yeah, I was keen as. I was
Yeah.
I was hanging to get out. But I was always just doing the same shit back home. So I was like, I wanted to change up and wanted to get some opportunities to do some different things. So I was pretty keen to move.
Yep.
But when it came time, it was hard, but in the end, it was all worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, a few questions popping up. So, first of all, someone's asking what's the difference between the two Gala wallets in the screenshot I shared. So it's just the network that they're currently on. So you'll see the left-hand side is ETH. So this actually answers Newt's question as well. We had to convert in Uniswap ETH to Gala. And that's on the Ethereum blockchain. So we sent that across, and then the Gala that you generate from your distributions is on a different, like, internal blockchain, and then you need to bridge it across to Ethereum once you want to take it out or convert it to something else. So that's why we've got the 5K there, is because the price is dynamic. I wanted to make sure that we had enough in there. We didn't have to transfer more. And the all the Gala in the second wallet is the stuff that we've generated from distributions. Hope that makes sense. Does that make sense, fellas?
Yep.
Or not really? Am I just talking buzzwords?
No. I got it. Well done.
Cool. Somebody's asked. Yep.
We got Camo up on stage. I think he might want to ask a question, so
Oh, yeah,
I'll unmute him.
please.
Hey, fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just listening along.
Yeah,
Hey,
nice.
sorry, Camo, man. I didn't mean to call out Dodo like that.
Oh, man. I was like, I was getting ready to go to sleep and I heard you talking a bit of smack. I'm like, oh, come on.
Sorry, bro. This is the first thing that popped in my head. My bad.
Are you with Dodo?
I am with Dodo.
Any good?
I got internet, gas, and electricity all with Dodo.
Oh, wow. You get like a
They offered
discount?
me a good deal. Yeah, they gave me a discount on my internet.
Hey, you could
Oh,
sell.
so they must be good then.
Sales team.
Hey, how are you recovering, mate? Are you feeling better this week?
Oh, man. I feel 100% now.
Nice.
You have
It was
the
a
vid.
rough couple of days. I won't lie.
Yeah, well, glad you're feeling better, bro.
Cheers,
Do you have a
boys.
question for us?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Hmm?
So with the money that's coming in from the gala,
Yep.
is that already pre-allocated by you guys, say with events, giveaways, or is that something we'll be voting on of where it's going to go, say like NFTs or other projects we might be interested in?
Yeah, the second option, man. So all of the Gala that we generate is the DAOs. So whatever comes in, we don't have any plans for it. So it's up to the community to decide what we do.
Awesome.
So yeah, we've still got a couple of things that we decided up front, and we had in our roadmap. So we've still got the sandbox. We've actually acquired a couple more horses, and we've got a whole, like, there's a strategy that Paps is going to explain. I think in the coming days. So we're going to organize another AMA and do an announcement. But we got one more horse to purchase, which is the racehorse. So we want to spend a bit of money on one that we think will win some races and that we can muck around with. And then Paps and Ryan have Ryan Gray. They've come up with like a breeding strategy. So using our Z1 and a few other horses that they've acquired to breed some gun horses. So I don't fully understand it all, but I'm pretty excited for the guys to jump on and explain it. So once that's done, then we move to Sandbox, and we buy our ballers, and then from there, it's whatever the community decides. Anything you want to add, Kenny?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty keen and excited to get both Ryans on to talk about it in more depth, and then finally get everyone involved in some decision making with the gala node and some other future purchases we can make, and or the engagement that we'll have in our current assets that we have.
For sure.
Mm.
So a couple of other questions. Millsy's asking, any update on the marketing team? So we had Kay and Tess start. I think they were onboarded midway through last week. So we actually spent a whole day in a boardroom just talking about plans. So there was a whole bunch of the team there. The Storm lads couldn't be there because of training commitments and things like that. But we started designing this whole phase 2, which we're super excited about, which we'll be announcing tomorrow, and getting this marketing team set up and creating a bit of structure, because the whole space is moving really quick. This whole project moved really quick, so we just wanted to take our breath for a second and come up with a bit of a plan to make sure that we're providing as much value as possible to the community. So we came up with some pretty cool plans, some new stuff, and there's a big marketing plan that we've got that's going to be starting tomorrow. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to lock in a time for AMAs. So weekly at 7 o'clock Sydney time on Wednesdays is when we're going to be having our weekly AMA. So we'll be bringing on a bunch of different guests, and sometimes it'll just be us founders. But the plan is to just make it regular and have a time where everyone knows that they can jump into the Discord or onto Twitter and hear the boys have a chat. So other than that, we'll also be recording it. So if you can't listen to it in real time, we'll be putting it on our podcast platforms. So yeah, that is that question. So marketing team have started, and we'll start to see some more activity on our socials, which we're super excited about.
Yeah, the girls are really excited too. I had a call with them yesterday afternoon for an hour almost, and they were really pumped. They were really keen to join and to learn. So yeah, you can expect a lot more stuff getting pumped out, a lot more communication, I suppose, across socials and stuff like that now that they're on board.
For sure. All right, we'll keep going through these questions. Marketing team. When's race day? Keen to get silly with the squad. So I've got an update on this one as well. Last night I purchased Pappy and Ryan Gray a ledger. So because we've got such a high value stable, we need to make sure that they're secure, but we also want to be able to access them and race them and breed them and things like that. So we're going to be setting up the stable on some hardware wallets connected with MetaMask, so that we can easily but securely manage the stable. So they're going to be receiving them hopefully in the next few days. We'll get them set up, and then we can start planning the race day and also our breeding strategy. And we're going to do some giveaways and things like that. So pretty excited for all of that to start. Come on, boys, don't go on mute. Go mute on me.
Sorry, mate. I'm actually keen. I'm keen to listen to Pap talk a little bit more about the Z Run stuff too, because I hear a lot about it, and I've definitely learnt a lot more since being here with you guys. But I actually want to buy a little crappy one off the floor and just race it for shits and giggles a couple of nights. Like I think it's when we did that one a couple of weeks ago when we opened up the Z Run channel and Pat put some in there. I was loving it. I thought it was awesome. Like,
I think we're going to do some more events like that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And
it is.
Because we'll be breeding them, we'll be able to give some away as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like me and Pep got me into one. We bought a couple with Ryan's help, And he was the guru behind it, just telling us when it was racing and that. And we just watched it, bro. It was fucking, it was good fun. It was like we had
pretty
our own.
exciting, huh?
Well, we do have our own horse, but like, felt real. It was fucking sick.
Remember that time we went live on 4 Point with one of Ryan's horses?
Yeah.
He was gassing it in and ran out of gas in the end.
Went off too early,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good fun, and I reckon the group will love it when we start putting our horses into it. Have a big race day and that.
100%.
that's yeah.
I was actually trying to explain Zed Run to my dad on the weekend about how you can breed them, and you've got like your Genesis horses, and they can be unraced, and there's like this algorithm that like determines a winner and all this, and he was just looking at me like, you're an idiot. What are you doing? What are you into?
Man, there's a lot of questions in here that I'm excited they're being asked, because tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. A lot of these questions are going to be answered. So, are there any perks for holders who haven't listed? If so, are you able to provide more info on what these may be? We've got a plan, but it is going to involve the DAO, and there'll be some decisions and stuff. So, wait for tomorrow, Patrice, and then we'll be able to chat a little bit more about that. Newt is asking, can we vote to send all the gala to Newt so he can advance his Town Star village? I don't know. What do you reckon?
If
Good
they all
luck,
vote, then there's a chance.
Okay. I think that's a yes. I mean, does the DAO get the daily reward? That's the question. We'll wait to see. So, and is there a place to see purchases and prices of the DAO actions so far, like an overview? So you can see it on Etherscan, but it might be good to maybe open like a read-only channel where we just put updates. I think that's something that we could do. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's easy. I can set up a channel for that, and we can also put the Etherscan link into the official links channel as well, so you can access it both ways. You can have a look for yourself, or you can just wait for the announcement. But yeah, we can do that. That's easy. One
frustration: the Vault's unreal. Like it's really cool how we've got multi-signature and stuff like that. But when you are actually interacting with a like a DApp, so OpenSea or ZRun or something like that, it's super frustrating and often like doesn't work because it takes so long for the transaction to be confirmed. So you got to wait for 3 people to confirm it. So we are looking to set up just like a dedicated hardware wallet where we can like interact with OpenSea. Right now we're using the DDS one for the dog, but we want to have one that's just dedicated. So we'll look to set that up.
Yeah, and because I read that, I read the issue was maybe a week ago that Gnosis Safe OpenSea hasn't got the capabilities built into it yet to be able to list directly from Gnosis Safe. So that's quite frustrating.
Yeah,
like you said, if you're holding a lot in your safe and you've got like some pretty valuable assets that you have to move them out of there before you can list them and whatnot. So yeah, another OpenSea just letting us down again, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly right. Good old OpenSea. Everyone hates it, but nobody will leave it. That's the funny thing. What else we got? Any updates on mid-year's holders event and where? So tomorrow you're going to hear some updates on that. What else? When will VM and the 8 merch be available? Again, tomorrow we will be announcing some information around that.
Big day tomorrow. It's exciting.
Can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow. So, any questions for the boys, for Romy or Kenny or Waxy? Conscious
Nah, I'll just answer one question that's in the channel though. It's a few people talking about a DDS Super Coach comp. Anyway, of this happening, I spoke to Reese today, and he's set up a fantasy comp, I think, last week. So we've still got 10 days until round 1 kicks off. So yeah, we'll get that posted as well. I put the link to just the basic footy tipping in yesterday just through Google Forms, but Reese will be able to put something in the announcements, we'll be able to pin it to the channel, and that fantasy league will be ready to go.
Sounds like Newt has also set up a super coach comp. So let's all align there as well. See what the plan is. Somebody's saying that super coach is better, fantasy is shit. That's Thomas. I wouldn't know, but somebody's reacting 100%. Do you play? Have you ever played fantasy or super coach?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, no.
Played fantasy basketball. And
I've tried a
NFL.
couple of times. Yeah, I've tried a couple of times, but I never commit. I always forget.
Well, we've got it. There's a couple of people who have agreed with the make super coach fantasy shit comment. So maybe we make a little announcement tomorrow and get a vote from the people and see which way we go.
Yo,
Good idea. Kenny's keen on whatever one he goes. He wants to take it out. He reckons he's going hard for the title. He wants the title.
It's pretty cool to be playing a super coach or Kenny. Sorry, not Kenny. Super coach or fantasy with Kenny. That's pretty special. It only happens in DDS.
I'm old school, man. I like the tipping. I only got to pick the winner.
that'd be cool too.
Yeah, tomorrow there's going to be some announcements. So lots of
There's a lot coming tomorrow, isn't there?
There is. Big day.
There is. So it should be sweet. Oh, look at this. I drafted Kenny into my fantasy today. Let's go.
I'll make him your captain too. Make him your seat. Double points.
We got any poker prizes this week? Yes, we do. That will be announced later in the week. We do have prizes for poker this weekend, so we'll get that out there this week too.
Yeah.
Have we got Tats here to ask a question?
Unmute yourself, Tats. Can you do that? Or I can't. Oh, he's gone. Where'd he go?
Gassed it.
Oh, he disconnected.
No, damn. Has anyone got Romy in their super coach or fantasy?
Don't pick me, man. No good.
How many points do you average? Do you know?
Ain't she gonna be kicking goals this year, Aaron?
Yeah, if I line it up properly, maybe. Nah, don't pick me.
All right.
I was kicking goals, maybe.
Any final questions? Oh, Thomas is saying Jahrome saved my season last season. There you go.
Oh.
Out the gates. Get Romy in there. Line break king, says Spags.
Tackle break king too.
Tackle break king.
Brown snake.
With a little shoulder shrug.
The brown snake shoulders.
Well, we got Tats back.
Is that something that you guys do? Like you'll have a look at your stats or not really?
Ken does. I don't really. Doesn't bother me much.
Oh, it's good, right? We have different stats at training that we look at. Those ones are more important to me.
Yeah. People are saying that you're the anytime try scorer king, Kenny.
Me, nah.
Good price. He's a good price.
Good value, huh? Good value. All right, Tats, are you with us?
Oh.
Tats.
He's not muted.
Microphone problems.
I got a reasonable guess of what Tats might be wanting to talk about because we spoke in DMs yesterday or the night before. So,
set up, see if may as well.
Thomas, the guy who was talking you up, Romy, is saying that you're a bit expensive to start.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you're a bit expensive to start.
It's not worth it, mate. Save your cash. Save your cash, man. Get someone else.
And Newt has said Tats has to climb over his 1,056 NFTs just to get to the microphone. Someone's saying Hughes is the Steve Nash of NRL, crazy ball skills and loves an assist.
They're wrapping me up. I like it.
Love for you. If you ever got low self-esteem, let's just do an AMA. Come
to the Discord. Should come to the Discord before the game. Get a bit of a pump up.
Get a few tips. Chats, your microphone's failed, but do you want to ask a question in the AMA questions chat and we'll read it out? Well, if people are trying to squeeze a bit of fantasy intel.
Yeah, I think there'd be a bit of that on here.
Yeah.
But if Ken's going for the title, I have to go up against him. I can't let him win. So I'm gonna have to jump in as well.
So Newt is asking, any chance of the boys repping DDS on match day?
Well, Paps did, didn't he? Didn't Paps get the DDS mouthguard?
He did.
Yeah. That's probably one of the only things you could probably use, maybe.
Could you roll up
merch-wise?
Could you roll up with like the gear on, the basic shirt?
Nah, because we need to wear stuff. We have like club suits and that. Socks,
could
maybe.
Potentially do like that teamwork in the morning of the game, like when we play cricket and stuff. They usually get to run all over socials and stuff. That could be one, but we're not allowed to wear like random stuff to the game. Not yet.
You could rock the socks, maybe.
Yo, I got socks.
Socks on entrance. Yeah.
DDS socks. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Could do that. Could get a skull on the headgear.
That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh. Yo, that'll be me.
I'm gonna have to send it out to headgear makers. If that's an option. Steeden.
I think Tats is writing a small essay in the.
Does it say he's typing?
No, I think we are recording this AMA. Tats, I think Jules is recording it.
Yeah, recording.
So Tats' question, I think, to you guys is he wants to ask the boys what they attribute to multi-year success of the Storm to. And if they had to pick one thing, playing group, back office, etc., what would it be? Big bellyache.
Oh, that's Ken probably know a bit more than me. Been here a little bit longer.
What do I put it down to? I think Craig. It all starts from the top with the standards, the expectation, the system that they have there, and the hard work that everyone puts in, and the good people that they have at the club. I think it's a mixture of quite a few things that make a place successful, and I think the Storm have a pretty good recipe in what they do, and they've done it for a long time. And not much has changed over the years. A lot of faces have changed, but the system and the recipe that they use is still the same. What was the other part of the question?
Oh, that was it. Like, just, if it was going to be one thing to attribute to the multi-year success of the Storm, what would it be? But I think you answered it pretty well there. Yeah. I guess I got a follow-up question for that is like, what's the turnover rate for you guys, like for the playing group on a year-to-year basis? Like, what would you consider a high turnover in teammates? Like half the team would be pretty significant, but because I know when you're at a club or a successful club and there's a culture that's in place, if you have a low turnover of players, the new guys that come in just kind of, they fit right in. But if you have a really high turnover, you got the sort of risk of that culture being diluted a little bit. So how do you guys go each year, getting new players or losing guys?
Yeah, we've had a lot of high turnovers of very experienced people and people that have been at the club for a long time. I think the club do a pretty good job at making sure that the culture and that doesn't really get diluted with the sort of education and training. I guess methods and stuff that they have at the club. A lot of not I don't think much other clubs would do it, but we do like history sessions on the club. We talk. There's a lot of stories that get told about things that players in the past have done and the kind of standards that they had back then that we kind of try to uphold. And but yeah, there's always a high turnover of players and experience, and I think it's over the last couple of years has probably been the most testing, I reckon, with Smithy and that leaving, and then Dale and all that leaving as well. So I think this year would be a pretty good test, and then probably the year after
Yeah,
would be another huge test. Yeah.
exactly. What are the feelings like there, Kenny?
We try not to think too far ahead because we've still got a job to do, and that's to do the best we can this year and try win it. We got a pretty good. I feel like we got a pretty good shot at it this year with the team that we have. Nelson coming back, the kind of preseason that we've just had, and just trying to build off the lessons that we took out of last year. I think there's a pretty good feeling at the club that we can achieve something special, and the boys are definitely training with that hunger and that drive to try do that and make this year a special one.
What are your guys' thoughts on this? Is just a question that I have, but what are your thoughts on players signing like with other clubs for the year after the current season? Would you prefer them to sort of tighten that up and like, have like some sort of window, or is it better for players to be able to sign
Yeah,
early?
we were talking about this the other day actually. We sort of look at it like, I think people look at it like, oh, say give Ken for example, he's signed before we've even started this year, so like you feel like he's sold out or he's already looking past this year,
I
but
really feel
that's
my bro.
but like
Nah, Gina.
that's how people look at it. But like, there's all the players that we've had at the club that signed a year before. They reassure us that they're here for this year and that we got a job this year. That's for them to worry about next year. Like if they made it any later, puts a bit of pressure on the players, I reckon, to try find like make sort of rushes them into finding a club. So it's a bit of insurance as well. So I guess I see both sides, but yeah, I don't know if you'd want to make it any shorter.
What about from the
Yeah.
point of view of like someone who was signed on to play with another team for the following season and they were out of like finals contention? What like, what's the motivation there? I always found it really strange that the NRL, you could sign to play for another club while you're still playing for one club. It's one of the only sports I think in the world that actually does that don't have like a free agency period or something like that. So how do you think those guys approach it?
Yeah, that might be a little bit different if they're not really playing for anything.
They kind of check out.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. Like for me personally, I wouldn't do that. Like, but you could sort of see, how some people might do that if they're not really playing for anything.
I suppose it depends on the terms of why they left too. If they were kind of sold, they might want to check out. But if it was a better opportunity, then maybe they want to keep doing well. But
yeah. If they care about the club, you'd hope they'd be they wouldn't check out. You'd hope to be putting their best foot forward,
Yeah,
playing
that's what I
every
was
week to
thinking of.
win.
Like, I was just thinking, like, it would depend on a few things, like the culture of the club. I know clubs with a good culture, and when players go to them, they're those places they buy in, and they really care about the culture of the playing group. I think that's what a lot of people end up playing for. Like, I know for myself, I I play a lot of I play my football, and I just really want to do the best for my teammates. It's always been like that for me. But I wouldn't know what it's like because I've never been to another club, and I've never really been in the situation that I've been in. But my motivation levels haven't changed, and I still want to go out there and do the best I can, even though I'm not here thereafter, and I'll still do the same, even if we weren't playing for any points. And you can sort of see what sort of club that we're at with the Storm after the salary cap. Yeah, the boys didn't play for no points, and they still played every game like they were playing for points, and put it on for the fans, gave it their all, and just played for each other, which was
Yeah, that
looking
was
back now pretty special. Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Mad respect. I think it's just
yeah,
interesting for us, non-footy players, because typically, if you're leaving somewhere, you got like 2 weeks or, maybe a month where you have to keep working there before you move on. So it's just interesting, like the idea of knowing you're going somewhere else, but still giving your all. But no doubt you've got a great attitude, Kenny, and I don't think it'll have any effect on the Storm this year.
well,
Cool. We'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap up. So Borzy is asking, what's good Kenny in Rome? Was able to go to the game in Ballarat on the weekend. What's it like playing in rural areas that don't see much footy?
It's pretty good, and I sort of like it. You always get some, good crowds out there and good, passionate fans. So, I really enjoy going out to places like that. And the field was awesome. Field was great. It was nice field, nice grass, and it was a good turnout too. So I love doing that. They should probably, I guess it would be hard to do NRL games there with the big crowds, but trials, I love going out to those places for trials.
yeah, it's unreal. Like you can see it when you're going around after the game, saying hello to people and signing things. You can see how much it means to them that we've come out to their city where they don't get to see much footy, and NRL teams come out. You can just see how happy they are, taking photos and saying hi and all that sort of stuff. So that's probably what makes it for me when we go to those cities, is seeing the joy that it brings to the people when we go there.
Yeah, awesome. It's been pretty cool to have them properly televised this year as well. Actually, like it just feels like normal footy.
Yeah, I was saying that to someone the other day. Actually, like they've done well televising those.
Yeah.
Like in the past, the people will be playing trials where you don't really see anything. Like
No, they
maybe
don't.
one,
They've got like a handy cam that like moves to the left and right.
yeah, like a
Really big.
one camera videoing, and it's no
Yeah,
good. But they've gone pretty hard this year, and it's been good. I
yeah.
reckon the
I mean,
fans would be loving it.
NFL as well. They always do the pre-game ones, and it's different because you get to see like the up and coming rookies
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was stoked. Watch a bit of footy. Somebody's asking what your favorite New Zealand beer or drink is.
Oh,
And
So
long
you
whites
don't
are all
drink?
good. The long whites are pretty good. I don't mind Bates for beer and Steinlager.
yeah. When I was young, I used to drink. I think they were called like bourbon and coke, but I think they were called Barrel 51s.
Mm.
I think. I used to love those, and it's cheap as too, so that's also why I loved it.
How
Like
good.
the old Woodstock 440 meals. It was 4 for 10.
Yeah. The Woodies were good too.
Yeah.
Woodstocks. I used to drink them on the Goldie actually, the tallies.
I think that was the first thing I ever tried,
What Woodies?
And yeah, and then I liked it, and then bro, couldn't drink it for ages, and then I couldn't drink Coca-Cola too.
Yeah.
Please,
Cola
bro.
was too nice. The cola was too nice. You couldn't have it normally. Reminds you of alcohol.
Is Tui's any good? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
TUIS?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all good.
they're pretty good.
Because they were doing that thing where, like, if you caught a
Oh,
cricket
yeah,
ball,
50K, eh? Was it 50K?
50K, that'd be
Yeah.
nice. Huh?
What'd you have to do?
One-hander. Was it one-hander? Or did you
Yeah, I
just have to
think
catch
so.
it?
I think it was one hand. I can't remember, but did anyone end up winning?
Yeah, I think a few people won.
That'd be right.
What
How
was
good.
it?
Yeah.
They did
Cricket.
this. Yeah. Go ahead, Romy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like cricket, and then if they hit it out into the crowd and you caught it one hand, they give you 50K. I'm pretty sure one or two people might have got it.
Bad.
Yeah, I can see
Right.
that happening.
Not good.
All right, fellas. Well, tomorrow's a big day. Got a lot to
Oh.
announce, so keep an eye out, guys.
Yeah.
Pretty excited to share with you guys what we've been planning, and we're just really keen to give as much value as we can back to the community. So
100%.
we'll make some announcements, and we'll look forward to seeing what you think. And no idea what happened to Shandor. We will make some calls to make sure he's okay. He's not locked up in someone's basement. We'll send someone out to go check on him.
We'll make sure we'll send Peps out there.
Yeah.
Tell Peps to go check up on him.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, guys.
All
Great
right.
to
Thanks,
chat.
everyone.
Talk soon.
Take care.
Catch you later.